Well, I'll say this for sure. Well, 99% for sure. They've kind of laid it on thick about no Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur, definitely no Soul Calibur. No Street Fighter 6 on this one. Which, if you care about Street Fighter 6, I mean, they've already shown a bunch from it, so it's not a big deal that they're not showing it today. But, I know they're at least talking about Resident Evil. As much as I would love to see a franchise like Beautiful Joe come back, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would be excited. And I haven't even played it. It's just, that's always a game I've wanted to find time to play, and I've never found the time. I need to. Someday I need to actually find the time to play Beautiful Joe. I have a ROM of it on my computer, I think. So I just need to find time. But I wouldn't expect... Honestly, I don't expect any crazy announcements. I think we're just getting more information. Well, hell, I just saw Ryu, so maybe Street Fighter 6 is here. Oh, it's like a 4-hour game? Why did I think it was way longer than that?
Hello, everyone.
I'll find the time sometime.
Welcome to the Capcom Showcase, where we'll share exciting...
Hey, that's not a definitive thing yet. And who knows? Maybe Beautiful Joe... No, I was going to say maybe he's in Street Fighter 6, but the character roster leaked.
Let's begin.
Wow, of all the things they could open with, I care the least about this one, probably.
I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto, producer of the Monster Hunter series. Thank you for tuning in to today's Capcom Showcase. We're excited to bring you the latest info on Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which will finally be released at the end of this month. To kick things off, we've got a brand new trailer to show you. Let's take a look.
See, but this isn't like a lot of the stuff they showed in Summit Games Fest and a lot of the stuff in the Microsoft conference where I'm like, oh, who cares? Like, I don't need this. I probably won't need that today. I will say I used this a lot during the Microsoft conference, if that says anything. But something like this, it's not like who cares. Monster Hunter is a great franchise. After World, Rise felt like a step back. That's because it was on the Switch, you know. It had to be a step back. So this stream is like choppy. That isn't, in case you're curious, that's not me. Let me see the YouTube one. Okay, yeah, this is better. We're gonna go with this. It's like a little bit lower bitrate, but it might adjust up, but even if it doesn't, I prefer it to being choppy. See, this is why I come prepared.
How'd you like this? You look like you still got that fire inside you, old Gallius.
You do as well, good elder. What do you say?
Full steam ahead. Taste my fury! Take this!
I feel that, right? Like, seeing this, I'd probably be like, well, why don't I get this? But then again, I didn't get Iceborne, which is a Monster Hunter World expansion, so I don't know, I probably wouldn't actually get this, but I'd be much more likely to. I'll say that much. I might have turned that down too much. When they announce Monster Hunter World 2, I'll get back into it. The problem with expansions and stuff, too, is like, I've played Monster Hunter World so much, the idea of going back into it, it's like, I've done this. Like, I don't care if it's a new area, new monsters, like, I'd have to relearn it all, and like, the novelty, the freshness of it, it's gone stale, you know? As great as that game was, like, I got hundreds of hours out of that. Naturally. Like, not even, like, trying, I got hundreds of hours. E3 has been something. I used this a lot during yesterday's press conference, JL, if that tells you anything about how I felt about yesterday's press conference. But, we got Diablo 4, which apparently wasn't an announcement. Apparently it was like a like update. I thought it was an announcement. Either way, I was excited.
Espinas means thorns in Spanish. As the name implies, thorny
That's it,
scales
really.
cover
Like, there's
the
another game that I'm thinking of that technically got
Normally,
announced,
Espinas
but we didn't
enjoys
see
a
anything
quiet
for
life
it, so I don't
and
know if
peacefully, but
not.
when it senses danger nearby, it explodes into a violent
This
rampage.
today, we're gonna see
Even
some
though
Resident
it's
Evil
docile,
4.
Espinas has a two-faced
So,
nature that can
I'm
be
interested. I want to see
dangerous.
if it's gonna be... if it's gonna learn from the mistakes of the previous 2 remakes, basically. If the gameplay is gonna actually be, like, fun. Or if it's gonna be this thing where it's like, yeah, the story's great, visuals are great, but, like, you're encouraged to just run and gun, and I don't want that. Like, Resident Evil is a survival game. You're supposed to be able to scavenge, and you can't scavenge if you're having to run and gun, right? If the game was designed for that, then it'd be fine. But anyway.
Huge claws as an anchor during powerful attacks.
Yeah, I'm... E3, we need a Nintendo Direct. And I know you said you were interested in getting a Switch. The Nintendo Direct this year, if it happens, which there are rumors it'll happen on like the 26th or something, that'll probably be a good sign, because if they announce hype shit, then you know, oh, Switch is doing fine. But right now, I couldn't even, like, I have recommended a Switch in the past, but now I just don't know if I can, because it's like, Animal Crossing's time has come and gone. It was a phenomenal game, but the time has come and gone. People are off of it, and having so many people to hang out with, that was what made it so fun. Smash Brothers, the DLC was super disappointing, so you can't get in on the hype cycle. It's probably good that you can't, because the hype cycle blew ass at the end of it, because it's like, oh yeah, they only announced like a couple hype characters, and the couple hype characters were like kind of ass to play as, so it's just an overall failure, I think. I don't know, man. There's like so much about the Switch that's like, okay, this is cool, but with the biggest asterisk you can put on cool, because it's like, it's cool, but it's gonna fucking warm up really quick, and it's gonna get all moldy and gross.
In the jungle locale introduced today.
You have no idea how much it hurts, by the way, to say that Smash Brothers is not good right now. I played with friends, and it's like, most people just know what they're fucking doing now, and what that means is if there's even an ounce of lag, like, good luck doing anything, because they know exactly what to do, so you can't react to anything, because they've already got it downloaded. You go, oh, in this situation I do this, whatever. The DLC is all ass, so if they get a DLC character, the DLC is all overpowered, with the exception of the characters I like Banjo-Kazooie and Steve. But everyone else is overpowered, like literally hit someone on one... This happened last night. Hit someone with a simple forward smash, not even a super slow one, on the right side of the stage, facing left, and KO them off the left side of the stage at less than 100%. Which, you've played some All-Star Brawl, you get an idea of how ridiculous that is. It's not... The percentages aren't too different now. Last of Us 2, dude, I am too! I feel that. Probably not as bad as you are, but it sucked so much, and I loved Last of Us 1.
Please enjoy this video
So,
preview of what's on the way.
A lot of games have let me down recently. Is my fan's blowing into my mic, I think. They point it that way. It was painful. Like it... What? Imagine if Endgame was ass. I'm trying to think of what the biggest equivalent for me would be. I thought Death Stranding was going to be that, because I was so hyped for Death Stranding, and at the beginning I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. But then, literally, it like, the gameplay grew on me so much that it's one of very few games that I just naturally played until 10 in the morning. Like, that's not even really... Like, I played through a night. The entirety of a night. Because I just could not stop playing. It's like... I felt like I dodged a bullet, right? There's very few games that they don't do that with.
The second title update is planned for...
But what was it? There was something that came out relatively recently that I was so excited for. And it fell on its ass.
And there's more to come in 2024.
Fuck. I really can't think of what it is. No. No, I can think of what it is, actually. but I don't want to say. I'll say at a later date. But, you know what? It didn't completely fall on its ass, the thing I'm thinking of anyway, but it fell on its ass in a very important way.
2022.
I don't know. We'll just say that the wound is too fresh, I guess. Though it's been a little while.
Switch and Steam.
So I'll hold off. I still, you know, it's part of me. I want to be fair to all of these games, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this game didn't live up to expectations. Because sometimes I need time to chew on it. But like, if you need time to chew on a game, it probably isn't that good, right? Because like a good game, you leave it and you say that was phenomenal, and if you have to think about whether or not it was good, it probably wasn't. But still,
thanks for tuning in.
I want to be fair.
Enjoy the rest of the Capcom showcase.
So, I didn't care about Monster Hunter Rise, but I know people did, so I'm not saying that was bad. We're gonna move on. We're gonna see what they're showing second.
Street Fighter 6.
Okay, so I want more info on this. This could be the make or break, whether I give a shit or I absolutely don't.
Fan favorites Ryu and Chun-Li will be heating up.
Oh my gosh, Ryu and Chun-Li are in the game? What a shock!
Luke and Jamie. With breathtaking new visuals, unleash unprecedented battles with the all-new battle system. Street Fighter 6 reimagines the fighting game experience with new modes that will allow you to experience the Street Fighter universe. What awaits you in this game? Look forward to our next announcement later this year.
Okay, never mind. They're not talking about shit.
Celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Street Fighter franchise, the Capcom Fighting Collection will be released later this month. Included is the first ever release of Red Earth outside of arcades, Hyper Street Fighter 2, 5 Darkstalkers titles, and more. 10 of the best fighting games from the arcade era are included in one package.
I'll say this, Jail. The full roster leaked. So, I haven't seen the whole roster, but they're probably still gonna drip feed it.
Enjoy a full range of online matches.
The full roster isn't too exciting. It's about the usual suspects, a couple new ones.
On June 24th,
Nothing too crazy.
Pre-orders are available
The
now.
full roster and their character art leaked, for the record.
Play the games you loved again. Capcom Arcade Stadium has expanded. Capcom Arcade Second Stadium, coming July 22nd, 2022. Saturday Night Slam Masters, Magic Sword.
Oh my gosh, all these classic games I all the time was playing.
And more, combined for a total of 32 arcade titles.
These absolute classics I played so much when I played them all the time. I played these all the time, heard of them all. Like Savage Bees. You could not stop me from playing Savage Bees, man. Like those bees, fucking ridiculous.
The bundle featuring all 32 titles is available for pre-order.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad about that too.
Set 1 as a bonus for pre-ordering.
There's some companies kind of want it. Like I think All-Star Brawl wants their stuff to leak because they're like, we would just announce this all right now, but Nickelodeon doesn't want us to say. So like, I think they've purposely leaked a couple of things over the course of time. But most people, it's like, yeah, we don't want everything coming out. And I remember I felt so bad about the Last of Us 2 stuff leaking, and then I played it, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of wish I had just read it and saved myself the trouble. I wouldn't have believed it. If I had read that plot, the second I got to Last of Us 2 spoilers, if anyone's worried about that, Joel dying, I would have been like, nah, this is fake.
Let's take a look.
That's stupid. Like that, it's so poorly done.
I am the artificial intelligence, Leviathan.
Yeah, and conditions were bad there too. Dude, I did too. Wasn't I excited for Exo Primal? Can you remind me? I would swear Exo Primal was one of these games that I said was sick.
Under my supervision, IBS Corp
No. I mean, yes, but no, it was more specific. Exo Primal, this is the one that I thought was Dino Crisis, that everyone thought was Dino Crisis, but then it wasn't Dino Crisis. That's what this is.
Combat test.
And it did look cool.
The first team to complete their
Why is this all pixely? Now that it's something I actually care about, I want to fix it.
exhaustive records
Hold on. Can I? There we go.
These annals are riddled with errors and institutional bias. Your
VTOL defense? Vertical takeoff and landing?
Fascinating. Humans dread the other. You seek to evolve, yet you do not want to change.
It hasn't, to my knowledge, been confirmed, but I remember people saying that there was a character at the end that it was like, oh, this looks like Dino Crisis chick or something. Yeah. I heard that.
To develop the exosuit.
My guess, if I had to guess here, is that it's not connected. Well, okay, that connected is the exact word. That this isn't a Dino Crisis game, but I would not be surprised if that girl was from Dino Crisis. As like a kind of a nod to the series, kind of like making it a spiritual successor.
Fight and
That would be my guess.
Carnage must.
So this could be hype. This could be the next good co-op game. I just had like bad deja vu from Outriders. But this could be hype. This could be the next great co-op game.
You must fight harder than ever if you wish to survive. A more grueling combat experiment is called for. You will now witness a small fragment of the war game.
You need to keep quiet until we can figure out how to destroy the varmint.
I'm gonna need to see more gameplay though. So far, to be fair, they've shot a dinosaur or two. I don't know what's supposed to make this special. Yeah, maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like
We hope you enjoyed the trailer.
the
Now, I will
the
give
gimmick
you more
behind
detail about the game.
what was that game that kind of flopped, the zombie game, where it's like, oh, there's like tons of zombies. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, okay, yeah, this is like a wave shooter, but like the waves are fucking massive, and I'd be fine with that.
Leviathan appears before
What was that
players
game?
as
It was like a
massive
PlayStation
human-like
exclusive,
figure, or
and I
as a
should know what it's
drone
called.
of a
It's not an
watcher.
obscure game.
The
I don't
trailer
know.
shows Leviathan
Yeah, my view of Outriders has changed.
dinosaurs.
Hey, this is the thing. I still think Outriders did some really cool shit. I love the weapon mod system a lot. No, it's a little bit older than Back 4 Blood. Not much older, but a little bit older than Back 4 Blood. It was a single player game.
Solve the mystery by playing the main
Days
game
Gone?
Dino Survival.
Is that right?
Let me provide a brief
Or did I make that up? Or is that something else? I'd swear it was called Days Gone. But yeah, every time they showed off gameplay, they were like, look at the sheer volume of zombies coming at you. And it was, to their credit, a lot of fucking zombies. Yeah, Days Gone, it was a story-based game, but they also had a lot of zombies.
Dynamic mix of missions. In fact,
Yeah, the motorcycle one.
the latest trailer.
Yeah.
There's dinosaur
I know, and I don't know if that's how the game turned out or not, but every time they did, like, early showcases of it, they would show, like, how many zombies there were. And it was either they explicitly said, like, look at these fucking zombies, or, like, they were clearly trying to show, like, wow, what a high volume of zombies, don't you think, guys? I don't know how it turned out, but I know that's how they tried to pitch it at first. Might have changed in development.
And terrifying creature known as a Neo-Tyrannosaurus.
That's good.
While there are situations
Yeah, I didn't hear it was bad. I heard that it kind of flopped.
there are other
Kind of like, fuck, what was I hearing that was a flop? Oh, the Blade Runner 2049 or whatever. I just watched that, like, last week or something, and it was actually a pretty good movie. But I heard that it was a flop, which is really surprising. Got Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, like,
Dino Survival.
pretty good.
Story sequences.
But, yeah.
And also earn rewards such as
I should be paying more attention to this, because I am curious.
We'll provide more details about this at a later date. Now that we've detailed Dino Survival, let's move on to exosuits. We showed 2 new exosuits today.
Okay, so this is going to be the key. The exosuits, these are your warframes, right? These are the ones that are going to change the gameplay up, I'm assuming. That guy was like Human Torch or some shit. That guy's a sniper. Don't pretend that it's anything more sophisticated than a sniper. That's a sniper. Okay, move on. Oh, okay, so we're not moving on. We're just leaving it at that. Okay.
We have one last announcement for today.
Welcome.
Okay, I gotta sign up for this.
We're conducting a closed network test for Exoprime.
Where?
Players will be able to try the game ahead of release.
Let me in. Give me the site.
Help us test the game's online infrastructure and make improvements.
Put a website on the screen. I'm waiting. There we go.
Today.
I probably could have guessed that one.
The closed network test will allow you to experience Dino Survival before the game's launch next year. We look forward to having you join.
Yo, where is the sign up?
That's all for today. We plan to release Exoprimal in 2023.
I don't see a sign up on here.
Until then,
I can sign up for email
and
updates.
social media. Thank you for watching.
That's not what I want. Damn.
Next, we have a message about Dragon's Dogma, which recently celebrated its 10th anniversary.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I have their Twitter pulled up.
Hi
I'm gonna
everyone,
watch.
I'm Hideaki Itsuno, game director at Capcom. A few weeks ago, we celebrated the 10th anniversary of Dragon's Dogma. Thanks to all of you for joining us in this celebration. The world of
I had someone
Dragon's
pitch this
Dogma
game to me
has
once.
spread to
Told me I
various
should play it.
different
I should pay
content,
attention, I guess.
ranging from games such as Dragon's Dogma and the Dark Arisen expansion, to digital comics and a Netflix original animated series. In the coming days, we will be releasing a video celebrating 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, talking about how and what Dragon's Dogma came to be.
Well, I have had someone else recommend it, so I don't know if that guy that recommended it has good opinions or not, but
Check it out.
I did hear a recommendation.
Thank you all so much.
And now we have a bunch of updates from the Resident
Oh,
Evil
Resident Evil franchise? Okay, now you have my attention.
Hello everyone.
Now you have the exact attention I was hoping to
Resident Evil
have.
Village. Thanks to all of our fans, Village has sold over 6 million units worldwide.
Don't care, it was successful. I'm glad. Move on. Where's the DLC?
So many people enjoy the game. Thank you for your support. The Resident Evil series continues to bring fun experiences to people around
He's not going
the
to
world.
talk about Village, is he? He's moving on to Resident Evil 4.
And people who are new to Resident Evil to enjoy this storied franchise.
No, he's gonna...
Let's start with this video.
I think they announced that Resident Evil 1 remake or whatever is coming to consoles or some dumb shit. I don't know. Oh! Never mind.
It's all right, Rose. It's all right.
Let's fucking go.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
Like
Want to
drown.
live a normal life.
You know it's the DLC, but I would love if this was just surprise Resident Evil 9. But it's the DLC. Oh, there, she's in Hotel or at Castle Dimitrescu.
Shut up. What's going on here?
That's got to be Ethan talking to her somehow. Or something.
Just like me.
Oh, now we have a new little rabbit to pursue.
What the hell? Duke!
It's tough.
Oh, I was so worried that new content coming to Mercenaries was the part 2 to Shadows of Rose. I was so worried it was gonna be dumbass Mercenaries shit. Because I don't give a fuck about Mercenaries, man. I was gonna be so mad. But oh, okay. I need a date on this, alright? I'm excited. Give me a date. When do I... Ethan. Yo, show his face. What? You're gonna just show his damn face? You're just gonna do this? Reverse doesn't exist. Get that shit out of my face. Perfect date for this, by the way. Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
To reveal the DLC for Resident Evil Village we promised last June.
Yeah, last June.
We think this new experience will be
Dude, Shadows of Rose is gonna be so fun.
This DLC
and third-person mode, it'll be worth going back through. And I don't care that much. It's not like it's a new game, but it'll be cool.
Into the game. Now, you'll be able to see Ethan as he desperately fights for survival.
Now you'll be able to see Ethan. Cut sentence there. That's all I care about, dude.
The Mercenaries returns with additional orders.
Ah, get the shit out of my face. Mercenaries blue.
Where focus has been put on the exhilarating feeling of defeating relentless hordes of enemies.
You know, if that's all it was, that'd be fine. But it's not. It's this like ridiculous time thing. It's like it is the complete opposite of a chill experience.
We really fueled this mode up.
And it doesn't even feel rewarding when you win, really. It's just it just feels like, okay, well that shit's over.
Slashes or enemies aside.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're adding shit,
The third
but
edition is one you've
don't give a fuck about Mercenaries. Care about this.
Shadows of Rose. Today, let me introduce
Dude,
just a
same.
bit of this story.
Yo, more?
Rose, the beloved daughter of the main protagonist Ethan, is
Okay, are we gonna talk about how they totally see him walking down the road?
In this sequel to the main story of Village, you can experience Rose's struggles with the terrifying powers she was born with. To break free of the curse of her powers,
No.
enters the
I know they're gonna
consciousness
say
of
that that guy is the guy who was walking down the road, but it was data mined that it was
the girl
Ethan.
who looks just
We
like
have
her.
confirmed that as Ethan's
In
model.
this
You cannot tell
single
me
form of
that it is that
consciousness,
random
time and
dude.
space is warped
I am.
beyond
Maybe that's not what they're gonna do,
Rose is guided
but I'm
by
so
a being
worried,
who
man.
calls himself Michael, who might be of assistance with removing her powers.
Okay, so that's not Ethan.
Shadows of Rose is set completely in a third-person perspective. In the realm of consciousness, you won't only face creatures.
Yo, what the
world
fuck?
itself seems to be attacking you. Enjoy the horror of the world itself being your greatest enemy. How will Rose find freedom from her mysterious powers?
Who's that? Who's in the jar?
The DLC for Resident Evil Village Winter's expansion
It-
includes
maybe-
all of these major additions.
Maybe they just use this model,
In
but
addition,
nah,
Resident Evil
it's.
Village Gold Edition, a bundle of Winter's
I don't know,
expansion
man.
base game, will be released simultaneously.
This is how we get Jack back, dude. Oh my gosh! Don't give me hope for that.
Resident Evil RE-Verse will also begin service on
Jack
the same
Michael
day,
Baker.
October 28th, 2022. We hope that
I
you are
don't
looking forward
believe
to it.
you. RE-Verse is getting delayed again. Don't even mention it.
How did you like that?
I liked it.
Also, as already announced, we are working on making the main story of Village available on Mac, so that even more people can enjoy Resident Evil. In addition,
Oh my god.
Village is planned to be playable on PlayStation VR 2. We're working hard on bringing you the ultimate immersive experience worthy of next gen in Resident Evil Village. So look forward to future announcements. Up next, a game that was announced just a few days ago.
Resident Evil 4? I mean, it has to be. They're talking about Resident Evil. So, let's see. I mean, yeah, March. Yeah, I could have figured. All the other remakes came out in or near March. What is that, Echo? Is there an Echo? It's gone. You know what? My mic acts weird when I mute and unmute it, so that's probably what it was. 4.
Condor 1 to roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
Just you, me. Big Durang spot to vacation, eh?
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
I don't know what else I want them to show.
Forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second.
They're just gonna show the intro or something?
This time, it can be different. It has to.
Okay. I mean, hey, I'm glad to have a release date.
I'm Yasuhiro Anpo, director of Resident Evil 4.
And I'm Yoshiaki Hirabayashi, producer of Resident Evil 4. This title is a reimagining of Resident Evil 4, based on the original 2005 release. Similar to other titles in the series, we are carefully preserving what makes the original title special, while updating it with modern flourishes for everyone to enjoy when it launches in 2023. Today, we'll reintroduce a bit of the game's story.
Resident Evil 4 is set 6 years after the events in Raccoon City, depicted in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. The main character of the game, Leon S. Kennedy, survived the Raccoon City incident and was assigned as an agent directly under the President of the United States. Leon is dispatched to a quiet village in Europe as part of a mission to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the President. You might notice Leon is much more mature and fearless due to his past experiences. The Ganado, the main enemies of this game, wait for him. The experience of being attacked by hordes of crazed Ganado is truly an iconic moment from Resident Evil. In order to truly bring out the concept of terror of people controlled by madness, the Ganado have been completely redesigned.
Let's take a closer look at the game itself.
The over-the-shoulder camera returns, of course. Leon arrives at a dense and dangerous forest. We want to nail the feeling of loneliness and fear of not knowing what lies ahead, even more so than the original. Of course, there will also be thrilling battles. People that played the recent Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 should find this familiar. Look forward to future announcements, where we'll have more information on the game.
Resident Evil 4 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox
It's so
Series
good,
X,
man.
Series S, and PC. The release date will be March 24th, 2023.
I don't even really have anything to say, so it's exciting.
So please look forward to it.
I'm more excited, I'd say, for Village. Resident Evil 4, it looks really cool. I just, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of 2. I didn't play 3. So I'll just have to see with 4.
Information on Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 4.
But Resident Evil 4 was,
both games are
a lot of people say, the best Resident Evil for a long
for those
time.
that can't wait
So
for the release, check out the following
they've got
games.
a lot to work with here. World premiere. Yo, Jack! It's just a collection. They've been selling this collection already digitally, I think. What does that mean? Just re-releasing, or are they remastered?
Which brought the series back to its survival horror roots, and the reimagining of classic titles Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. These 3 titles, built with RE Engine, return with current-gen features including support for 4K,
oh shit,
and ray tracing.
4K
as well as 3D
Resident
audio
Evil
for
7.
an even more immersive experience. These titles are available for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and Series S beginning today.
What?
In addition, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players can enjoy a free digital upgrade to current gen via the
There's no way, dude.
program and smart delivery. For PC users, an update patch will be available on the same date. For newcomers and veterans of survival horror alike, we hope you enjoyed the immersion these new versions offer.
It's not the vibe to replay it yet. I'll be real. It's not the vibe yet. But when it is,
That's
4K,
all for
dude.
today's announcements. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That wraps up today's show. We hope you're as excited as we are about some of our upcoming games. Thank you to everyone, new and old fans alike, for tuning in. We look forward to sharing more updates with you soon.
That was good. That was the first, like, all-around good show. Man. Okay. Wow. We got way more than I thought. You're relevant. You're relevant. We got way more than I thought. We got I mean, it started with Monster Hunter, didn't care. Exo Primal, I had forgotten what that game actually was. So it was nice to get more info. I need to, let me recheck the site, see if the sign-up is up yet. Not seeing a sign-up for the closed alpha. Not sure where it is. Yeah, I feel that same way about Gomon. One day, dude. One day. Anyway. But, yeah, Exo Primal, it was really cool. And then Resident Evil, we got news on the Village DLC. I didn't expect that we would. I honestly thought it was, like, shadow canceled, where they're like, yeah, we're doing it! And then, like, they wait long enough. It's like, anyone remember we said we were going to do it? Yeah, we're not doing it. You know, that's what I was expecting. But the idea that we get Rose's story following the events of Resident Evil 8, and then hopefully that means in like a year, maybe, we'll get Resident Evil 9. I don't know, fingers crossed. Honestly, I think Resident Evil 9, March 2024. Call me on it right now. I think we get that. I think March 2023, we get Resident Evil 4. March 2024, Resident Evil 9. But anyway, I got that. Got the third-person mode, which is going to be a neat gimmick. I'm really curious how certain scenes are going to look. If they're going to look really cool or really janky. Like Ethan getting his hand cut off and stuff. But yeah, anyway. We got all of that, and then Resident Evil 4 had so much shown about it. And they're giving a free upgrade for Resident Evil 7. Do I have Resident Evil 7? I want it. I do. I need to take this out so I can remember to bring it with me whenever I go. Let me sit that over there. It's live? Where? Let me see it. I'm on exoprimal.com. Where is this? Oh, that is really stupid. But whatever. I'll still sign up for the Steam one, but I'm a lot less likely to play it. Where do you see that? I can't find it. I'm on the Exoprimal site. Do I have to check Steam? Do something. Top of the page, it's not on my screen. Maybe I'm missing it. Let me. No, I won't share it. Letters are really faded. It's literally not on mine. Like, I'm refreshing again. Oh, what the fuck? The site, like, updated? What is this? There's something wrong with my site, dude. Oh, I see it. Dude, the site's fucked. That's what this is. I see it now, though. Entries will be accepted around... Fuck you! Can you actually sign up? Because it won't let me. What is... Okay, what time is it UTC? It's 10:40. Fuck. So, at... Oh, never mind. It'll be up in about 50 minutes. If I did the math right. So, in case anyone else is interested, there's the sign-up link, but it's only Steam. So, again, I'm less likely to actually sign up. What I'm probably going to do is I'll probably, like, not wait for it. I'll probably just bookmark it. I'll sign up whenever I feel like it later tonight. And, yeah, that'll just be it. If I get in, I do. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, that was actually a really good show. I haven't been highlighting any of these, which is depressing because it's like, I love E3 season. This E3 season, I think people have gotten lazy because E3 doesn't actually exist this year. So it's like, well, why don't we just put a bunch of shit out and then later we can actually do cool stuff. But, yeah, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I saw something on Discord. Anyway, yeah, it sucks because the Microsoft show didn't have much for me, really, and the Summer Games Fest was just a joke, like, just all around. But this, I might actually highlight this, because this is good shit from start to finish. So, yeah. Anyway, I was very excited. I'm so excited to see the DLC. I hope RE-verse is actually fun when it comes out. Like, they delayed it this long. If it's just the same fucking shit we played in the demo, why did they delay it? Why? I will ask that question every single day. Why did they delay it? Because it worked. It just wasn't that fun. Like, it wasn't not fun. It wasn't that fun, you know? So I need it to be that fun. I need it to be one of those games where it's a vibe to actually say, like, oh yeah, let's get on RE first. Yeah, that could be fun. Yeah. Dude, I will say, though, I'm not banking on it. I brought up the story about Smash Bros. Brawl and how many times it was delayed. Every time it was delayed, they had, like, a message with it where it's like, hey, I know we were going to release it this month, but, like, we're going to wait a few months because we're going to add so much more cool shit. And then the next date comes up, it's like, look, we're going to have to wait, like, another month. So, like, just trust us. We're making this, like, the best Smash Bros. Brawl it can be. And then it came out, and it is almost unanimously agreed to be the worst Super Smash Bros. Game to ever come out. And I liked it. I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but it had a lot of bad shit in it. Like, it was kind of janky. They added, like, questionable mechanics, like tripping. Like, imagine a fighting game where you can just trip. Randomly. You're running across the stage, your guy trips. So, yeah, if it's anything like Brawl, I'm thinking Resident Evil Reverse is going to come out worse than the demo. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I want to be optimistic. We have until October. So, a lot is going to be happening between now and October. As far as me, hopefully, I'm hoping by that date, I am done with, like, my major requirements for the semester. I don't know. But, yeah, regardless, I'll be trying it out, and then the thing is, like, it's gonna get ignored for at least a few days, because I gotta play Shadow Rose. So, fuck, dude. Like, that was actually really good. I'm actually very, very surprised that conference was very good. Let me see if there's anything coming up. So I'll check. The one thing Summer Games Fest is good for is they keep all the schedule of events. Well, they have nothing coming up, apparently. I guess that was it until Nintendo announces a Direct. But here's the thing. Nintendo Direct, almost definitely happening this month. And September, I think there's a PlayStation event. So there's still stuff coming. It sucks that it's not as crazy as E3 season usually is, but we still got more. And the one thing that is good about Jeff Keighley shit is Video Game Awards has delivered past couple of years at least on a few interesting things. So Hideo Kojima said that he would be there this coming year, so if nothing else, you have this year's Video Game Awards to look forward to in December too. So there's a lot on the horizon. For the meantime, though, not really too much. So I'll just plan on streaming the next Direct if and when it happens, hopefully this month. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the Capcom event, and I'll see you later.